We have been exploring the Four Corners region of the United States aboard a rental RV, no less. Starting at Denver, crossing the mighty Rockies, visiting Arches National Park, Mesa Verde National Park, the Four Corners Monument at the center of it all, Goosenecks State Park, Monument Valley, Lake Powell, Antelope Canyon, and the Horseshoe Bend. Today we begin the journey back to Denver, but on the way there we will visit Bryce Canyon, Capitol Reef National Park, and Goblin Valley. So stay tuned. Road Nomad is next. After our very pleasant stay here at the Wawip Resort near Page, Arizona, we hit the road again. We are driving further west and then north on Highway 89 towards Bryce National Park. A little over 2.5 hours in total, and I know, please don't send me any nasty emails. How can I take this route and not pass by Zion National Park? It is just a 20-minute detour to the park entrance. Well, I feel Zion deserves a lot more than just a few hours. Besides, we are racing against the clock. We have to return the RV at Denver in less than 2 days. I'll come back this way some other time, I promise. Even though the drive has some picturesque areas, sometimes it seems endless. We drive through the scenic town of Kanab, often called Little Hollywood, because of its history as the filming location for so many Western films. Here we take a more northerly route. If we were going to Zion, we would have turned left right here, right before Mount Carmel and Orderville. But as I said before, there's no time, so we keep going. Yep, we killed the bug right at the very spot where the lens of the GoPro is. There's a bunch of German bakeries along the way. We turned right onto State Route 12, and the jagged rock formations are a sign that we are getting very close to Bryce. And we have arrived. The fee to enter $25. The canyon is pretty long, so we are just going to check out some of the main viewpoints, beginning with Bryce Point. We park at the crowded lot. And here we are, Bryce Point, elevation 8,300 feet above sea level. We start to see these magnificent views of this place that, frankly, looks like another planet. There are some hiking trails down there which unfortunately we'll have to do some other time. Check out this little fellow. Apparently it is a golden mantled ground squirrel. Isn't this a truly remarkable place? We keep on going. Next, we are going to the inspiration point, and I can see how one can get inspired by all this otherworldly landscape. We get a little bit of rain here and there as we drive to our last viewpoint, the sunset point. It's raining a little bit. Here we get to see Thor's Hammer, one of Utah's most famous rocks, standing alone among all the other hoodoos. Yeah, hoodoo. That's how these rock formations are called. There is this hiking trail called Wall Street that, again, we wish we had the time to take.
Selfie.
It is time to leave. We decide to take the road less traveled and we head north on State Route 22, also known as Johns Valley Road. It turns out to be a very secondary road, but we didn't come all the way to central Utah to drive on the interstate, did we? We barely encounter a soul except for the occasional herd of cows hanging out, grazing.
Hello, Vaca.
After a while, the terrain becomes a little more rugged along this gorge. We drive by this abandoned structure, the Osiris Creamery. It is all part of the Osiris ghost town. And we get a little bit more rain. About 10 miles further north, we encounter the small town of Antimony, which feels like being in a different era. Seriously, it's like being in the 70s. Pretty surreal. Look at this huge tractor and the old truck behind. By Otter Creek State Park, we turn right into State Route 62, another straight, somewhat boring road. Boring, I mean, in the context of what we've seen. Fascinating when compared to the Florida Turnpike, for example. We get a quick break by the junction of State Route 62 with State Route 24 and continue towards Capitol Reef National Park. After the small towns of Loa and Bicknell, we start seeing the first prominent rock formations leading us to Capitol Reef. And here's the Chimney Rock. We even stop for the photo op. We continue on the road and stop once again by the Fluted Rock. Next, on the left, we see the castle. We stop briefly to check out these ancient petroglyphs of the Fremont, which were contemporaries of the ancestral Pueblo people. There are many hiking trails around the area, most notably the one to the Cassidy Arch. But today, well, you know what I'm gonna say. We're just driving through, no time. We continue towards Goblin Valley, where we are going to spend the night. have arrived right before sunset. Our reserved campsite with my name on it, next to all this natural beauty. Good night. Tomorrow we will check out Goblin Valley, where we are, and continue on our relentless journey towards Denver. We will stop by the charming mountain town of Glenwood Springs, cross the Continental Divide at the Loveland Pass, and spend the night at the beautiful Echo Lake campground. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me on all the social media and the blog. Until the next video. Before you go, for those of you who are following our adventure throughout the Four Corners region of the United States, I'd like to announce that I've recently acquired a travel trailer. This is a Winnebago Micro Mini 1706 FB. So the next video is probably not going to be in the Four Corners region because I want to show you our maiden voyage right here in the southwest of Florida. Until the next time, thank you so much for watching and see you on the road.